Oh, and where go? Where go? Let's go. Let's do it. What's up, fools? Eric Harrison here. Of course, it's Eric Harrison. Who the hell else would it be? All right, let me adjust my sound. I got too much movie sound. I can't hear myself talk. Okay, let's watch New Nightmare, motherfuckers. Hell yeah. Hells yeah. A good movie. Woohoo. Oh man, where to start? Where to start? Oh yeah, I got to give my warnings because first of all, yeah, it's like the middle of the day. I usually record these at night when it's quiet, because you want good sound, but I just want to fucking do it and get it over with. So I'm not gonna wait. I'm doing it in the middle of the day, where there's like still a bunch of activity around the house. There's like fucking repairmen coming and going, trying to fix the heater. You're gonna hear a bunch of bullshit in the background. Don't listen to that shit. Listen to me. Drink your beer and just shut up. All right. All right, so New Nightmare came out in 1994. I remember when this came out. I remember walking through the living room and catching a glimpse of the trailer on TV. I was like, what? Looked badass. And it was. I remember, you know what I specifically remember about seeing the trailer for the first time? Was at throughout the trailer and at the end, they showed like all the critics praising this movie. And that was like, to me, I was like, you mean the critics actually like a Nightmare on Elm Street movie? That's fucking amazing. They've liked a few, one or two, but a lot of the series has not gotten the best rap. But this movie was very well received by critics. Maybe not audiences. The audience took a little bit of time to catch up to the movie, but critics were all about it. And I don't always give critics, much credit, but I mean, I kind of am one. I guess I'm sort of a critic, but in this case, I was like, you know what? Wes Craven came back, did another Nightmare on Elm Street. It's got a twist to it. Critics like it. I'm gonna go with their word on this one, and you know what? They're right. So, as you can tell, hopefully you've seen this movie before, and if you haven't seen it before and you're listening to my commentary, you should probably go and watch the fucking movie without me jabbering through it. But yeah, as you can see, we've got a lot of people. Well, not a lot. Some of the characters playing themselves, very real life, kind of like movie counterparts of their real life selves. Like look at Heather Langenkamp there playing Heather Langenkamp, playing a fucking hottie is what she's playing. Um, so keeping with the tradition, and I'm so fucking broke, it's not always easy. Trust me when I tell you this. That's why I'm always drinking ghetto beer. But keeping with the tradition, I've got some Hurricane high gravity malt liquor. Only, I'm kind of like a gangsta at heart. I'm a gangsta. That's why I drink gangsta beer. I'm all over the place. I know. I'm actually really excited. So I guess that's why I'm so like giddy, kind of hyperactive. I'm excited to watch a good movie. Uh, Heather Langenkamp's husband in real life is actually a special effects person. There's Wes. It's not that guy though. He doesn't. He decided not to play himself in the movie, so they had to get an actor play her husband. But her husband really does work in the special effects field. I wonder if they did the effects for this movie because I don't think they did. Isn't that ironic? But that's something I'll have to look up before I do my review. Could be an interesting little bit of information. So naturally, the movie starts with a nightmare. We've got this crazy new Freddy glove that's like all robotic and shit. It's like the thing from Adam's Family. Okay, so because I just barely opened this beer, I don't quite have a buzz yet. I'm gonna start chugging. Although this is an 8.1% alcohol, so I should be pretty stupid by the end of this commentary. What are you guys drinking on? The usual, I assume. Let me know though. Let me know. I wish you could post pictures and shit too. Can you do that? I don't think you can do that on YouTube. They should make it so that you can do that though. Post pictures on my Facebook showing me what you're drinking. And now I shall chug. Now, according to my research, it's from what I understand, this was the original pitch that Wes Craven pitched to New Line for Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. He wanted it to be like a movie inside of a movie in which Freddy comes out of the movie and into real life and terrorizes the people that made it. That's what I've heard from numerous sources. And they rejected the idea. And then they went and made a bunch of other movies. And after a while, I guess they decided, you know what? That was such a bad idea after all. So they fucking gave Wes a chance to make the movie. Thank you so much. They really did have an earthquake right after filming that scene. I think it was like the next day or it was later that night or something. They had a real bad earthquake right after they filmed that scene. The last time that I watched this, which was maybe over a year ago, I actually watched it with the commentary on. Wes Craven does a commentary for this, and there's also a commentary on the original Nightmare on Elm Street. The original one, it's got Wes Craven, Heather Langenkamp, and John Saxon. It doesn't have Robert Englund for some reason. I guess he was busy. But then the commentary for New Nightmare is just Wes Craven talking about the making of the movie. It's always pretty cool. I recommend checking it out if you haven't heard it. Listen to my commentary first, though, motherfucker. There's more beer involved in mine. That makes it better. Let me just say, look, first of all, I'm going to say this multiple times. She's so motherfucking hot. Oh my god. Why she gotta look so hot? Why? She's gonna give me a raging hard on? No, no, I'm not. Just kidding. Keep that, keep that in my pants. She's very beautiful, though. So I don't think this is the first movie to go meta, but it was definitely a precursor to the big self-aware kind of horror trope that began. Well, it didn't begin, but it was really big in the '90s. You know, starting with Scream and whatnot. Of course, there are other movies that were showed glimpses of being self-aware, like Friday the 13th Part 6. The writer director threw some stuff in there where characters referenced horror movies and stuff. So, you know, it's something that's been around, but I think was Wes Craven taking it to like a whole new level of meta. And I love it, dude. I love this kind of stuff, movie within a movie. I mean, Hollywood has taken it too far now. Now it's become kind of overdone. But when this movie came out and when Scream came out, yeah, it was a good time. I think this is the movie where Hollywood realized just how in love with themselves they are, and so they started making a lot of Hollywood meta movies about the making of movies or the inside of Hollywood or whatnot. There's a lot of them out there. It's played out now, but this was probably one of the very first. So in this movie, you don't see a lot of Freddy really, which is something I kind of like. I like that he's implied. You know, his presence is implied through other means rather than him just showing up and cracking a joke. Look at that. How meta can you get? We got Nightmare on Elm Street playing a new Nightmare. It's like Inception. Settle down, dude. This kid's fucking weird. See what you did? Made the fucking phone ring. Settle it down, little guy. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. Uh, Look, I'll admit it. I was the guy that was stalking Heather Langenkamp. I'm just kidding. Good God, I hope nobody uses that against me. I'm just joking. I've never stalked anybody in my life. That I'll admit to. How silly. Oh, snap. I've never, wait, let me knock on some wood. Okay. I've never been in an earthquake before. Now it's going to happen. Great. Just great. I had to say something. Look, he even made the doorbell scary. Wes is such an interesting filmmaker because he's so hit or miss. He's made such good movies and he's made such turds. But I kind of like it. I kind of respect it. It almost comes off like he just doesn't give a fuck. You know, like if he has an idea for a movie, he's like, I'm gonna make it. I don't care if it's a shitty idea or not. Like maybe Dream Master? No, Dream. What is it? Wishmaster, which was pretty cheesy, but it was okay. Maybe that'll get reviewed one day. Wishmaster, fucking silly movies. Uh, Shocker, which is actually I like Shocker, but it's certainly considered pretty silly. What else? What else? What else? He's all over the place. I think I'm gonna enjoy some beer. That's what I'm gonna do. It's so fun. He made like the doorbell and the phone all scary. The TV scary. Yet it's broad daylight. I really like that actually. I like when movies try to be scary in broad daylight, as opposed to the typical nighttime with a fucking lightning storm BS. So that little kid, he was in other movies, right? Like Pet Cemetery or something. I can't remember. I think he was in Pet Cemetery, wasn't he? I haven't seen that in a while. Although I watched a episode of Welcome to the Basement in which they reviewed Pet Cemetery, and it made me feel like I'm not missing out on a lot. Like I know the book is good. I remember the movie a little bit from when I was younger, but like watching what they had to say about it and seeing the clips, I'm like, it looks like kind of cheesy. I bet you the book is real good though. I haven't read it. I've read a lot of Stephen King, or it was a long time ago. I used to. Pardon me. I used to read a lot of Stephen King. I thought I'd shit. I like the way he said that. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah. Damn, look at those lights. I bet that shit's hot as fuck. Now look at that little ass audience. Yeah, so this came out not even, what, 3 years after Freddy's dead? After the big announcement that they were going to stop making a Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but at least they made a good one. That's fucking rare. Of course they were going to keep making more, but who would have ever guessed that they would have made a good one? Oh, here comes Robert. Woohoo! Ah, he's such a rock star. Last night I watched the first episode of Freddy's Nightmares called No More Mr. Nice Guy. It's about the origins of Freddy Krueger. Pretty awesome that, you know what, Robert Englund played Freddy in everything until the remake. I mean, in every fucking thing. In this TV, commercials, promos, movies, music videos. Gotta love it. Good on you, Robert. It's shitty that they made a remake, and it's shitty that they couldn't use Robert Englund. The other guy was not terrible, but it's like, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Look at that massive phone. Holy shit. That's not portable. How do you even put that in your pocket? You don't. You probably had to have a special holster to hold that fucking phone. Gotta love it though. That was back when people kind of cared about if cell phones gave you brain tumors. You're all probably too young to know that when cell phones first hit the market in the early 90s, there was this big outcry. They're going to give you brain tumors. You're going to die. And now everybody owns a cell phone. Nobody gives a fuck. And we probably are all getting brain tumors and microwaved to death with all the bullshit floating through the air. We got cell waves, microwaves, radiation from Fukushima, chemtrails. It's just like never ending. We really are probably all gonna die. Live it up now while you can. That's what I say. Because if Freddy don't get you, the cell phone will. Freaking Bob Shea, Robert Shea. You know what? Look, I don't know the details. Actually, I haven't done a lot of research into this, but from what I understand, Robert Shea got fired from New Line when he produced and released the movie The Golden Compass, and I guess it flopped at the box office. So whoever was in charge over Robert Shea fired his ass. How do you get fired from your own fucking company that you built, that you slaved over for decades to build? That's bullshit, dude. Because one movie didn't do good. I need to look deeper into that. I'm probably fucking up the story. But damn, that's got to be like a kick to the nuts. Fucking spend decades of slaving your ass off to build this company, and then you get fired from your own fucking company. I'm gonna drink. Why? Because beer. It's like a hurricane. It's like getting hit by a hurricane. I think, yeah, from what I've heard, Robert Shea used to want to be an actor, like before he started New Line and whatnot. So I guess that's why he gets a part in every Nightmare movie. This would be the biggest part, though, I've ever seen him in. It's actually, I think it's a, of course it's bullshit, but it's a funny idea that all the people that made all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies kind of understand that he's really real, and they're trying to keep him in check by making the movies. And if they don't get him made, he's gonna come out and fucking kill him. That's so funny. What a way to market your franchise. Like, if we don't keep making these, we're gonna die. We have to keep pumping them out. That's actually fucking. That's what I would call fucking ingenious. And yes, that is something I may have retired the name for my channel, but we can continue using the phrase fucking ingenious. Speaking of which, yes, a few days ago, it's actually January 6th, 2015, so about 6 days ago, as you I'm sure know, I've changed the name of the channel for the better, in my opinion. Not all the fans agree. Fans, what am I talking about? Not all the viewers um, agree. Most people are down with it. There's one or two people that are like, "Oh, come on." I guess they were really attached to fucking ingenious, but I wasn't. Yeah, it was kind of clever. It was kind of funny, whatever. But it just didn't like define my channel. You know what I mean? Because I run a horror channel, so it should have a horror name, and it should be marketable. Anyway, off track. Oh yeah, there's Rex. Rex got fucked up. So Freddy's like this real kind of demon entity that sort of found his way into the original movie. I guess that's how Wes Craven decided to keep him in check, is by keeping him in the fictional stories. That kind of keeps Freddy busy. But if they stop making these Nightmare on Elm Street movies, then Freddy the demon gets to come out of the story and into reality. What a crazy idea. Only Wes Craven. Oh, sorry, I'm adjusting myself on my bed at the moment. I know it's all noisy and shit. Whatever. Deal with it. Yeah, I told you. It's actually fucking hot in my room. We got snow on New Year's Eve, and now it's like hot as summer outside. Arizona's crazy. I'm just telling you that much. So if you ever move here, or if you do live here, well, you already know if you live here. But if you ever move here, just know that Arizona's kind of crazy. Uh-oh. The glove is gone. I don't know why, but it is. Yeah, so this movie is, even though it's a Nightmare on Elm Street sequel and it's called New Nightmare, because of its nature of being a movie within a movie about the supposed reality of these people that made the movie. I think dreams are not a big factor in this one, which is something you've heard me complain about in some of my past reviews, but they didn't have any good excuses for it like this one does. So, no complaints from me about that. But yeah, it is kind of weird when you think about it. It's not a dream or nightmare driven movie because Freddy is finding his way into reality. That little kid scares me. He's scarier than Freddy. Okay, I'll give you. I'll be honest with you. He was. You know what? I need to look this up. You're gonna hear me type. I really want to know. I'm pretty sure that he's the same kid from Pet Sematary because he was creepy as fuck in that movie, and that'll explain why he's so scary to me in this one. Doing a little research. Do some with me. Everybody research this shit now. Yeah, look it up, bitch. That's my song. Sorry I call you guys bitches so much. It is what it is. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Yeah, he was in Pet Cemetery. I knew it! You little son of a bitch. There I go again, calling everybody a bitch. Ugh, it is so hot in here. Now I'm going to check my mail. Because fuck you. So I'm a little drunk. Big deal. Okay, cool. Peeps talking to me, leaving messages. This will become my thing. It's like the Eric's mailbag section of the commentary. I check my mail. Good times. Actually, you know what? Here, because this guy might be listening right now, and everybody likes a shout out. I can't pronounce him. His name. Alden says, "Yo, Eric. I may have mentioned on YouTube. I think you're an awesome ass dude and reviewer. And I was wondering, do you take review requests into consideration, or when you review a series, it's just a series you felt like doing?" So, Alden, if that's how you pronounce your name, to answer your question, no, I don't take requests because they fucking come in like massive, and there's no way I can handle all those requests. And if I was to say like, sure, send in your requests and I'll do it, then I get fucking hundreds of requests and I can't keep up, and then a bunch of people will be all pissy. I asked you to review it and you didn't, so I can't keep up. And I'll take suggestions though. Suggestions are fine. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes people will bring something to mind, like, "Oh yeah, I do need to, review that eventually." Or sometimes people will mention something that I have no fucking interest in. So yeah, suggestions are fine. Requests, unfortunately, is a no go because there's just way too many of them. I can't please you all. Uh, what? It's kind of a balance between if people have suggested something enough and me just wanting to talk about something. Dude, that guy's got a big ass tooth. Did you see that guy's tooth? Oh, look at that early CGI and his crotch. Dude, look at his big tooth. What is wrong with this fucking... What's wrong with your face? Red Letter Media. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Like for instance, a lot of people kept saying we want to see deeper reviews about Friday the 13th series. So even though I had done kind of a bulk review of the whole franchise, because so many people asked me, I went and redid it. And I'm redoing the Nightmare on Elm Street series right now because it just is so much fun. Even though I may not be the biggest fan of every movie in the series, they're really fun to talk about. Um, a lot of it has to do with movies that I want to talk about, or a series, franchises that I want to talk about. That's what I really like. I know a lot of people get a kick out of when I do a review of a movie I don't like and I'm kind of pissed off and I tear it to shreds and I'm just kind of a dick. But I personally prefer to do the reviews of the movies that I like where I'm all happy and I just want to share this thing that I love with you. And that's definitely where it started. That's why, when I first started doing reviews, it was all the series that I really liked, Friday and Nightmare and Halloween and whatnot. And as far as any kind of prediction for 2015 goes, I have some things planned out. I don't want to go too into detail and give it away, but I do have some plans. I think for the first time ever, I'm going to try and coincide some reviews with, say, maybe special days of the year or special releases coming out in 2015. But yeah, I've got a list of about 25 or 30 movies that I want to get to, and I've got a list of some franchises I want to get to. A lot of it is just stuff that I like. So, like I said, I prefer to do those reviews. I like to talk to you guys about the fucking movies that I love. You know what I mean? But when I do a franchise review, inevitably there are some in the series I don't like as much as others, and some I just flat out hate. I don't really want to be that reviewer on YouTube that just does negative, snobby reviews of everything. Everything sucks. This is why it sucks. Fuck this movie. I know that's a big thing. There's a lot of people that do that. It can be amusing for a moment, but to me it gets annoying after a while when they're just all negative reviews. But anyway, I was busy talking. We sort of missed the death of her husband. He did happen to fall asleep, right? He was kind of falling asleep at the wheel, so I guess that's an instance in which, sleeping and nightmares kind of brought Freddy forth. So that's cool. Because I think it's what the movie is about is him finding his way into reality by the end of the movie. Or it's sort of like that, but then Heather's got to go into the dream world to fight Freddy. I don't know. It's a little bit confusing, and I'm gonna have to watch this once or maybe two more times before I do my review. Especially a movie that this is this kind of layered and complicated. I might need to watch it a few times before I do my review. Oh shit! I left my thing open. People are messaging me while I'm doing my commentary. Ooh, didn't need to see that. Okay, sorry guys. I gotta close this out. I'll talk to you later. I can't be typing up a conversation while I'm doing a commentary. Clickety click clack. You can hear me clicking around on my laptop because I'm looking at porn. I'm totally watching porn right now. Oh, fuck. Did you hear that shit? People messaging. Which is fine. You guys are totally welcome to. Just so you know. Just be patient though if I don't get to you right away. I'm pretty good about it. But sometimes I'm busy. Well, not sometimes, all the fucking time. I'm pretty I'm pretty much always doing something. Even if you don't see a review come out, that doesn't mean I'm not doing shit. Like I'm always fucking busy with something. But it's cool to message me. I like talking to you guys. I like talking to other people that love horror as much as I do. Here's another gosh darn cemetery scene in a nightmare movie. So many of these. It's become a thing. You have to have a cemetery scene in your Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Ooh, she got fucking jacked up. Ouch. That hurt me just looking at it. And Freddy! First time we officially see him in the movie, huh? 37 minutes in. So yeah, he's got a kind of a new look in New Nightmare. He's got a new glove, as you can see there. New makeup job on his face, and kind of a new costume in the sense that, by the end of the movie, he's wearing a trench coat, which makes him look like fucking badass, by the way. The way I feel about the new makeup and the glove is that it's perfectly fine for this movie. Do I think it's great? It's okay. But for this movie, it's like what you identify a New Nightmare. Like the Freddy Krueger in a New Nightmare has a specific look that he doesn't have in other movies. So it's like a signature thing, and that's what makes it totally fine in my book. But like I said, I really like Freddy wearing the black ass trench coat, just looking like a badass. That is cool. Oh yeah, here I am missing the fact that there's all the Nightmare regulars are people that have been in a Nightmare movie attending the funeral scene here. You may recognize some of those peeps in the background. There he is. He's like, oh fuck, what have I done? Yeah, you did it, Wes. Way to go, big guy. And it's beer 30. Here I go. Time to drown. Ah, yummy. Yum, yum. Give me some. What a weirdo. And I'm talking about myself right now. I'm a weirdo. I'll admit it. He's about to flip out. He really likes his mom's movie. I don't blame him. It's a good flick. The kid's got good taste in horror. Even if he is kind of annoying when he flips out. Oh shit. I actually have some. Oh, there he goes. I have some experience with creepy kids. I, I'm not going to say names, but. So I won't say names. I say a family member younger than I am has night terrors and he sleepwalks, and I've been in the same room with him as he would get up in the middle of the night and then fucking flip out, just wake up the entire house. Like he would be screaming bloody fucking murder. Uh, yeah, kind of sucks. I don't know what that was all about. I couldn't imagine what could possibly have caused that. I don't really understand. He didn't have like a bad childhood or anything, or at least nothing worse than usual. But you just like just be startled awake by screaming, and like he'll be standing by the window or standing by your bed, like looking at you. And it was scary, dude. I won't joke. It was kind of scary. And then you have to shake him like a lot to break him out of it. Anyway, enough talking about that. That's that's a little too personal, and that's somebody else's business. That's why I'm not naming names, but we should move on. Stop talking about other people's personal business. Uh, I don't think that I've ever sleepwalked before, but I've been told that I talk in my sleep sometime. My friend, when I was went to Vegas with my friends, Dustin, uh, they told me that in the middle of the night I looked over at him and I just looked at him and I fucking flipped him off and I said, "Fuck you," and then laid back down. I have no recollection of that, but it's fucking hilarious. Yeah. I hope that's true. I hope that's what I do in my sleep. That I just tell people "fuck you" and then lay back down. Because that's my style. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have no recollection at all. But it sounds hilarious. Where are we at in this sucker? Oh, 43 minutes. I got the sniffles. Hold on. Oh, that was a fat line. It's the only thing that keeps me going. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Now everybody's going to spread that rumor. I don't have a wiki page, but one will be started, and the first thing it'll say is Eric is a massive cokehead. You can hear it in his commentaries. And he tells people to fuck off in his sleep. Ah, good times. I'm buzzing pretty good though off this hurricane malt liquor. That was a well timed shot. Good job, cinematographer. I don't know if you guys can hear all the bullshit in the background. Probably not. But just so you know, they're like watching Pirates of the Caribbean or some loud, crappy ass movie out there. But we're in here watching this good movie. John Saxon, third Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Good for him, man. I'm glad he was loyal to the series. He didn't have to be. He was fucking John Saxon. He did not have to come back from more than one movie, and yet he did. That's awesome. I wonder if that's true. Oh, adjusting on the bed. Hey, Heather, watch your kid a little closer. You're about to die. Fucking parents, I swear. See, this is why you shouldn't have kids. Then you don't have to try and keep them alive. You know, you just worry about yourself. You don't worry about keeping another fucking human being alive. Because honestly, if he was my kid, he'd just be. I'd probably. You know what? Let's not go down that road. But he wouldn't be in good hands. That's all I'm saying. I'd be too busy doing a drunkentary. Although that is something that I would have done as a kid. Was climbed up to the top of the highest thing and just stood there and be like, I'm a badass. It's true. I'll admit it. I was crazy like that. I didn't give a fuck, dude. I really like heights, personally. Like, I really like heights. I got the opposite of fear of heights. I've got, like, the love of heights. I remember one time at band camp. No, this one was one time I was in this town I lived in called Prescott, Arizona. Look it up. It's just a little town. Nothing really special about it, but it was cool. It's a cool little place. But anyway, I was on acid once, right, with my girlfriend. That's how you should start a story. This one time I was on acid with my girlfriend, and we climbed up the fire escape on this building that was like 5 or 6 stories tall, and we were up at the top, and I was like hanging over the side, looking around, like looking way down at the ground and shit, and I was all tripping balls. And I looked over at her, and I said, in all sincerity, I was like, we have to get down now because I think I can fly. So we immediately climbed down, but I felt it. I was like, if I jump off right now, I'm totally gonna fly. But I was still cognitive enough to be like, no, Eric, it's the acid talking. I am such a bad influence. Listen, kids, just if you're gonna do drugs, do mushrooms. Don't do acid. Keep it natural. uh, I have all these stories, but I haven't actually done any psychedelics in a long time. If you don't count salvia, because I've done salvia quite a few times. And I really want to try ayahuasca, although that's not. It's more a psychoactive tropic. It's not. It's not. It's natural, but yeah, I haven't done a lot of that hardcore stuff in a while, long while. Getting too old for that shit. Just give me some dank weed and some beer, and I'm all set. I'm gonna have to do a series. It'll be like Eric's story time about my drug experiences and shit. It'll be called Just Say No with Eric Harrison. Reasons why you should never do drugs. Reason number 420. This one time, I was on acid. I almost jumped off a building. Oh, Lord. I'm not even talking about the movie. What a commentary. Here comes the earthquake, huh? Another earthquake. I wish I was in bed next to Heather Langenkamp. Damn. That would be sweet. Oh, here's this little fucking creepy kid again. Unfortunately, the movie is about him. I'm surprised she's actually even trying to sleep at all. I mean, she's pretty convinced that Freddy's after her. Would you go to sleep? Those claws look sharp as fuck. They're almost too perfect. But they do look hella sharp. So he's got the extra. He's got 5 claws on his hand instead of 4. Not a fan of that so much. Certainly looks awkward, and I've heard, Robert Englund say that it was kind of hard to deal with. I don't mind the change of the glove, but I don't really see why it needed 5 razors. See, that's the moment you flip out, right? Yeah, you flip out. You fucking take your kid and you leave town, you go to another country, just go far away. You may not be able to escape Freddy, but you should try. He's going to come out with like steak knives taped to his hand. Which I want to say, I think that is something I did when I was younger. I think even before this movie came out, I think that's something I did. Yeah, actually, now I remember. I tried to make a fucking Freddy glove out of like steak knives and like a gardening glove and shit, dude. Good times. See, that is bad parenting. When your own kid tries to stab you with some steak knives, you probably didn't do a good job of raising them. Reason number 43 not to have a child. One day they will try and kill you. Oh, now I'm just being an asshole. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I've seen a lot of people's lives change for the better because they had kids. I really have. I've seen people turn their whole lives, their whole personalities, everything around because they realized they had something bigger than themselves to take care of. And watch one day I'll wind up with like 100 kids. You just watch. Ew. Freddie tongued her. And that kid's losing his mind. According to Never Sleep Again, they told him his mom had died in order to get him to flip out in that scene. And you know what? As much shit as I talk, that ain't right. That is not right. You never fucking tell somebody one of their family members died just because you want them to fucking cry for your scene. That's messed up. Dude, if somebody did that to me, I'd be kicking some ass. And then suing. And then winning. And then spending it all on malt liquor and scratch offs. Little random, but you get the idea. Because fuck those people. I don't know who that man is, but he's such a bitch in this movie. Is that James Earl Jones right there? Oh my god, I am being such a dick right now. I know it's not a man, but she's fucking manlier than I am, dude. I'll be honest with you about that. She's probably got more ball hair than I do. Just pray that she never listens to my Drunkentary. She'll fucking show up at my house and kick my ass. Okay. Gotta stop being a dick. Of course, the drunker I get, the harder that'll be to fight. I've just been insulting everybody. This fucking commentary. Whatever. It is what it is. We should probably talk about the movie. Let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about. Well, there's not really much going on right now. She's in almost every scene of the movie, though. That's a big role. When you're in almost every scene. Hopefully, she got paid generously for her role. That's Bob Shaye's sister, who played the teacher in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Ooh, I busted out some trivia. Hopefully, I'm not wrong. I actually tried to talk about the movie for a second. Wouldn't that be funny as fuck if I was just completely wrong? And oh, I would hear about it. Oh, I would. But I know I'm right, so fuck all of you. Oh, he thinks he's a clever little bastard. You creepy little kid. Hollywood Hospital. Is that a place? Is that really a place? That can't be. Did you just see the green light? That's got to be a soundstage. Why would there just be a green light? She almost nailed that motherfucker. And right here, you can't get your seatbelt when you got the brake on. Yeah, nice try. They should have done it. I guess I understand why they didn't do a second take because that was kind of too perfect the way she almost hit that motherfucker but didn't. Mission Street, that's where you'll find the Myers house in Pasadena on Mission Street. One day I'll go there and I'll get pictures and video and I'll fucking show you fools. Ugh. Oh, she's got a car phone. How fancy. That was a short lived invention, wasn't it? Car phone. See, Robert England got out of town. He was the only smart one. Sorry, I'm all quiet. I'm actually really paying attention to this scene. You don't get to see Wes Craven in his own movies or in any movies that often, so it's kind of a special moment. Let's just soak it in while we drink. I bet you he was nervous as fuck. He's like, oh god, I have to act. Why did I write this into my own movie? And genie's out of the bottle. Little Wishmaster foreshadowing. I buy it. I don't care how outlandish it is. I buy it. I wish I could have been there for the typing of this scene when Wes Craven was presumably in his office at his house or something, typing these fucking lines right now. That would have been something to see. Wes Craven typing Wes Craven says in his own script. That's so fucking crazy. Fade to black. Ah, and it does. I love it. Bravo, Wes Craven. Bravo, buddy. Did a good job of acting, even though you're not really an actor. Pretty good. And a damn good job of writing and directing, if I do say so myself. I'm about to see Freddy again coming up here in a minute. Again, let me mention, I prefer Freddy's presence to be implied in other ways over Freddy showing up and saying, I'll get you my pretty, and making fucking stupid jokes and being a just all around jackass. Give me minimum over that fucking clown any day. I mean, he does once in a while. He does once in a while in this movie crack a joke or two, or he gets a little bit silly, especially at the end with the whole tongue thing. But so much of this movie is just implied. His presence is implied. I fucking love it. That is true storytelling when you don't have to bust out your fucking character and put him under a bunch of lights and just show him, point blank in the fucking frame of the camera. This is Freddy. Be afraid. When you can find other ways, that's way better. Especially better than Freddy being a fucking clown and making jokes about pop culture and shit. Now here comes angry drunk Eric. And let me tell you another thing. When I was a kid, here he comes. He's coming up pretty soon. I guess the earthquakes are like a result of this demon kind of coming into the real world or something. He's kind of sorry about that. He's kind of like affecting the real world. Like if he actually makes his way in, he might fuck up the real world. you know, because I'm sure it's not just Freddy coming through that portal. It's some of the world that he resides in, some of the dimension that he resides in, probably coming through with him and affecting reality. And here he comes. Ah, shit. He doesn't have his hat for some reason. It's just bald ass Freddy. Getting fucked up by Heather. Ooh, I love that moment. I love that they brought Heather back and made her Freddy's nemesis again. Because she's the one that was always too powerful for Freddy. I don't care what they said in Dream Warriors when they fucking killed her off real quick at the end. Heather slash Nancy is Freddy's kryptonite, as far as I'm concerned. All right. Ooh, we're at about an hour and 9 minutes. Cool. We're getting there. I'm going to check my shit real quick. Don't even mind me over here. If it'll work. It's not working. Freddy, what did you do to my internet? You son of a bitch. Fucking with my internet. Yeah, it ain't working. Okay. Fine. Be that way. I didn't want to check my mail anyway. Oh, that man's back. I mean, that woman's back. That very elegant, lovely, feminine woman is back. I'm not even halfway through my drink. I need to get going on this sucker. Even though I'm pretty fucked up because it's high alcohol. Still, I'm kind of slacking, so don't mind me over here while I'm drinking. You just watch the movie. Oh gosh, this hurricane is gonna devastate me. It's a let's see. Let me read it. Let me read the fucking label. Category 5. Category 5 of the world's most powerful hurricane. High gravity brings you an equally bold experience. Whatever. I believe it's a Miller product. And that's my beer commercial for the day. I swear to God, I'm going to do beer commercials one day. I totally will. As long as they provide me with some free product, man, I'll fucking plug the shit out of their beer. I don't give a fuck. Could be Schlitz. It's not a good beer, but you know what? It'll get me drunk. I'll promote it. Fuck it. I don't care. Schlitz. the in contrast to Colt 45, the motto of Schlitz is "comes up smooth." Some of you will get that. It was a pretty lame joke. I'll grant you that much. But still, I think that's actually probably a better motto for your beer than "goes down smooth." People want to know how that shit's coming back up. You know? Oh, speaking of which, what a perfect timing. He must have drank some Schlitz. Watch. He's like, he's about to throw up. Comes up smooth. Bloom! And there's your Schlitz commercial. Oh god, she's covered in grossness. She's still hot, even covered in vomit. Oh yeah, tie her down. Oh, I knew she was bad news. Oh god, that woman scares me. That little kid and that woman are fucking scary. Yeah, Julie's about to get fucked up. Poor Julie. Just wanted to be a nanny, and she's about to fucking die by Freddy Krueger's hands. Or by his claws, rather. Who would have thought, right? Because this is the real world now. So she's aware of Freddy Krueger as the pop culture icon. I'm sure when she was fucking woke up that day, she probably didn't think, oh, today I'm going to actually get killed by Freddy Krueger. That's a bad day. That's a bad day. When you get killed by a fictional character, that shit sucks. Although I do have a feeling my life will see its end by uh, Michael Myers' sharp butcher knife one day. Because Michael and I, we got history, which you know about if you've seen my Halloween H2O extras video about going and seeing Halloween H2O on acid, and then having nightmares about Michael Myers for a few years. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's worth a check. That's my confession. I think my life will end by Michael. And you know what? I couldn't be happier. As long as it's not like the fat, chunky Michael from Halloween 6. Because that would suck. Then I would be like, I would be dying, like with his knife in my gut. I'd be going, this is bullshit. But if I get killed by Nick Castle's Michael, I'd be I'd be like the happiest person. Just keeping it real. Yeah, leave your kid. You're like the worst parent. Just gonna leave him. Nice vest. You look like Aladdin. Oh, super bad reference. She's like the female Nick Levin. Oh, here we go. Now she's gonna be a bitch. I hate that. That's always frustrates me when characters in movies don't understand what's going on, so they just decide to be bitches. They think they're they think they're doing good, but they really just suck. Here's another example of a bitch. Oh, I'm just gonna stick you with this. Oh, you don't just stick a fucking kid like that and then look all proud about it. Fuck these lesbians. Yeah, knock her ass out. You got knocked the fuck out? Oh, a needle standoff. Never seen that before. I'll admit, I had never seen that before. Needle standoff. Dude, she totally stuck that little kid. That's messed up. Fuck all these people. Look at that cop giving her the fucking mean mug. Why is he mean mugging? Fuck that guy. I don't like any of these characters. They're pissing me off. I'm about to crawl into this movie and start whooping some ass. Although that woman would probably whoop my ass. She probably got a greater muscle mass than I do. You know what I'm just discovering about myself? I take great joy in making fun of others. It's not that I've just discovered this. I think I just now admitted it for the first time ever. It's not to be taken personally. I just like making fun of people. Because fuck them. You can't even see that cop's face, but you know he's still mean mugging up there. Oh, Julie, you're about to get jacked up. I'm sorry. Don't know why, because you're still awake, but I guess because he fell asleep, you're gonna die. Oh, damn, Freddy looks fucking crazy. Yeah, this is where he's like in the transition into the real world, so she doesn't need to be asleep for her to die, apparently. They always changing the color of Freddy's eyes, though. I wish they could have settled on one fucking color for his eyes. I know that's real trivial. If I walked into a room and saw that, I wouldn't have been able to process it for like 10 minutes. I think I just would have been a blank slate. If you tried to talk to me, I just would have been like, Uh, okay, Skin the Cat. That's a game. That sounds fucked up, dude. Don't ever play Skin the Cat. I like pussy. Don't skin the cat. That's messed up. I didn't even know that was a game. Apparently it was. Freddy started it. Ever play Shave the Pussy? Uh, we won't go down that road either. I always did find that part funny when he screams Rex. While she elbows this bitch in the tit. Ooh, take that. Right in your low hanging titty, you old slut. Oh, Julie. Rest in peace. You know what? I'm going to drink a little bit for Julie right now. You see, Heather, if you were a better parent, you wouldn't be running around going, "Where's my son? Have you seen my son?" He wouldn't be jumping off rockets at the playground. You know, he wouldn't be crossing busy highways. Come on. That's what this entire movie is about. Is look at she almost caused an accident. This whole movie is about how reckless of a parent Heather Langenkamp really is. And she called John Saxton of all people. He's on my speed dial, John Saxton. I don't know about you guys, but that's the first person I call when I need some help. You can always count on John Saxton. Right across the freeway. Again, bad parenting. You basically told your kid to cross the freeway. That's so funny. Ouch. I really like this sequence. And sure, it's 94 all the way. You can tell some the green screen shots from the rest of it, but well made. Pretty exciting. I like it. I always get chills when that tanker almost hits fucking leather. I just I just combined her first and her last name. Heather Langenkamp. I like that shot when the tanker almost hits her. Here it comes. Oh God, it's like something out of Terminator. Suddenly, even the music. Listen to the music. Becomes a Terminator movie. That's so funny. I called her Leather. I don't have time to say her first and last name. Just combine the two together and move on. I guess this is where the dream world and the reality start to really blend, and it's hard to tell the difference. Like there's no difference. Yeah, I'm clicking. I'm trying to check my shit, but I guess the internet decided not to work. Because of Freddy? I'm telling you, because of Freddy. Fred Krueger fucked up your internet. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, I actually really like this part because it really starts to mimic the original, which is a good way to come full circle, which is something that this movie got right. It needed to come full circle after all the different places that the Nightmare on Elm Street series went, and how out there it got, and how far away from its original source material it got. It needed to come full circle, for sure, to feel complete, like a looper. It's like a looper. You got to close the loop, and that's what they did. Oh, this is such a cool shot, reminiscent of a scene from the original. Why you call me John, Nancy? Naturally, Freddy comes out of the bed, the place in which you sleep and have dreams. Would you expect anything else? Freddy's dead. Nope, he's not dead. But he happens to be a fucking lot more badass in this movie than he was in Freddy's Dead. Such a joke in that fucking movie. Oh, this is so cool. She just accepts it. Oh, and that's what helps Freddy come out. That's crazy. She had to accept her role, and that helped Freddy come. Look at him with his fucking leather boots and his fucking trench coat. Oh my god, he's such a badass in this movie. Yeah, buddy. She still looks so cute in those damn pajamas. And here we go. Reveal of the Elm Street house. Coming right up. There it is. Nice. They made the door blue like in the original. It was blue in the original, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was, yeah. It wasn't green. I mean, sorry, red. They filmed Christine like right around that area. Right in the area of the Elm Street house. Amongst plenty of other movies. But yeah, Christine, parts of Christine were filmed like on the same block or like right around the corner. One day I plan to live in Pasadena where they filmed Halloween. Probably in the Elrod house or right around that area because so much of those movies were filmed all on the same block. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's on other parts of the town, but they filmed a lot of stuff on the same block. With where the Myers house still stands. It was moved, but it's still on the same block that it used to be on when it was in the original movie. And I would love to live in that fucking neighborhood. I would just wander around every night, just walk the streets and just think about this is where they filmed Halloween. But then again, I'm watching New Nightmare. I shouldn't be talking about Halloween. Should I? We'll save that for another commentary coming up. Should I say soon? I don't know if I want to say soon. But you guys, you peeps that listen to my commentaries get a little insight. I do plan on maybe possibly doing a commentary for my favorite horror movie ever. And we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. But there's something to fucking look forward to coming up. It's coming up. I think I think it's gonna be soon. Probably right after I'm done with this franchise. I'll at least do a commentary for the first two, maybe even number three. I don't know if I can't do the whole thing, and I wouldn't want to commentate all of the whole Halloween franchise because I don't like some of those movies. But those first three, I probably will have to do a commentary for. I'm just saying. Now, don't fucking get all on my ass like every week. When are you gonna do that commentary? When are you gonna do that? Just settle down. It'll get done, dude. I say that because I do get people like, which is good. It's good. It's what I'm going for. I like the fact that there's a fucking demand for what I do, but I do get that. Like, if I fucking don't release a review every week, like on time, people are like, "Where's the review? What are you doing? Where's it at?" Which is cool. It's cool. It's what I'm going for. I like that there's a demand. But I get shit done even if it takes a minute. I still get it done. That fucking Freddy's Dead review I had done for a few days before I was able to get it on YouTube because I don't know, there was something wrong with my internet. We literally had like the repairman come out and work on the fucking phone lines to get that shit fixed. So yeah, I put as much effort into it as I can to get a review out every week. If it's later than that, it's because it's out of my hands. But still, it's cool to know that people care enough. They're like, "Where's the fucking video?" Although it would be kind of nice if people were like, "Are you okay?" as opposed to like, "Where's my fucking review?" Because maybe something happened to me. You don't know. But I'm not gonna hold that against anybody. Because it's true. I mean, you never know. Something might have happened to me. Nobody gives a fuck. They just want their damn video. Whatever. It's all good. At least they want something. Okay, so now we have reached the new boiler room. It's New Nightmare. It can't you just it's like a new Freddy appearance. Now a new setting for Freddy, which is this kind of ancient Greek kind of mythological location, which is cool. It's cool enough. Like I said, it's one of those things that fits this movie because this movie was setting itself so apart from the rest of the series. So you totally just accept it. Although I do kind of miss the boiler room, I guess that does not apply in New Nightmare. You know what? I kind of do. Now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of wish that this whole last scene was going down in the boiler room. But I guess that's just not what we get in this one, and it's okay. You let it pass because it's a good movie. Especially when you get to a part like this where she starts reading her own lines while the line is happening. I feel like I got a piss coming on. We got 16 minutes to go. Maybe I can hold it. Yeah, that's fucking badass that she's reading the script of the movie that we're watching. That's so fucking crazy. So yeah, this movie was maybe slow on the start. Like, critics liked it when it came out. Audiences probably weren't quite ready for such a meta experience, but it is totally caught on. Like, people really like New Nightmare. It's usually considered within the top three of anybody's favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movies, which is totally understandable. Uh, I've literally only ever heard one person ever say they don't like this movie. It's one of my viewers. Uh, I don't hold that against him at all because I know exactly what it's like to be as someone that isn't into something that's kind of universally popular, and feeling like you're the odd man out, like with the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, Dream Master, which everybody likes, and I'm just like, what, why? But so I know what that's like. But other than that one person, I've never ever heard anyone say anything bad about this movie. Universally liked because even if it's not perfect, they really tried for something like a different take, a whole different angle on a story that instead of making the same movie over and over again, it should you should actually attempt to give a new twist. And that's what this movie does. And right here I would say, for better or worse, like whether they fucking succeeded or failed, but in my opinion, totally succeeded. Are there a few things, very fucking few things that I would like maybe that I think could be improved upon or done differently? Sure. But I'd give it a 93% like approval rating. They really got almost all this movie right. I love it. Again, I would like to have seen this scene happen in the boiler room. That would have helped things come full circle, but oh well. At least Freddy is still darker than he has been in some of the sequels. He's actually kind of scary, you know? He's not just a fucking complete clown. Although the ending, like when his fucking head blows up, is silly. It's kind of stupid. I don't like that. Like when his fucking head inflates and shit. That's dumb. But but I do like that they made this Freddy like less chatty. He's not making so many jokes. He's not fucking referencing pop culture. He's not being a clown. Thank God. I really think Wes Craven fucking saved this series. He created it and then he fucking saved it from itself. And you can put that on a fucking Blu-ray cover. Eric Harrison says, for New Nightmare, Wes Craven saved it from itself. Why does he want this kid so bad, though? Why does he want Nancy's kid? I guess that's not. Was I just not paying attention? That's not really explained, is it? Look at that. This is where it gets silly. Ah, look at him. Ah. It's like an Apex Twin video all of a sudden. Some of you get that reference. Oh, he's gonna eat this little kid, dude. What the fuck? Oh, here comes the tongue bit. Oh, she stabbed him in the nuts. And I don't care how bad of a person you are, I kind of feel for Freddy. Now that's a French kiss. Oh, shit. Oh, that's gross. Now, that's how you fucking go down on a girl, right there. Say your ABCs. You know what I mean? It's so weird. This is a little too goofy for such a fucking serious movie. It does get a little bit too goofy right now. But compared to some of the other Nightmare movies, is totally fucking forgivable. Oh, look at him. And then there wasn't another appearance of Freddy Krueger for almost a decade until Freddy versus Jason. I remember that time. I remember leaving it behind, and you just accepted. Oh, here's that stupid scene. Completely stupid. But yeah, you. I remember. I fucking really remember this time between 1994 and 2003. You just accepted that that was it. Like that was all the Nightmare movies. You just accepted it, and you enjoyed the ones you got. You just enjoyed them. You know what I mean? For better or worse, some of them aren't that great. You're just like, look, we had this great time. Freddy Krueger was this big thing. Now he's gone. Like, and that's it. But you just accepted it and enjoyed it. And then, fucking never. I mean, like I knew the movie was in development, but I got to the point where I didn't think it was ever going to happen. And then fucking I see the preview for Freddy vs. Jason, and then I see that it's Robert Englund in the role. I'm like, it was like a fucking godsend. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, thank you so much. It was like being in the desert and then finding a drink of water all of a sudden. I'm like, oh my god, thank you so much. Unfortunately, it's kind of been ruined since then, but they could have done worse. They've only put out one remake since 2003. It could be worse. Look at that. How often do you get to read the script of the movie while you watch the movie? That's so fucking awesome. Oh gosh, we're at the end already, folks. I hope you enjoyed this movie as much as I did. I get to watch. This is where I usually say, "Oh fuck, I have to watch this shit again." Now I'm like, I get to watch it again. I get to watch it one or two more times before I do my review. And I know I need to get that out there, but I don't want to rush it. I want to fucking do it right. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this shit with me, getting drunk with me, hearing my stupid stories and shit. Shit, we got 8 minutes worth of credits to watch. Let's finish up our beers and shit. So, good movie, good movie. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it was very necessary for this series to turn in on itself. It's like an Ouroboros, snake eating its own tail. This needed to happen. It needed to become self-aware. It needed to become meta. It needed to lampoon itself. But while it was doing that, it made the series way more serious and darker than it had been for a while. That's kind of a weird conundrum, isn't it? Because what it was doing was sort of self-destructing by making fun of itself, by turning its own awareness on itself, and yet it made the series more credible. Fuck. You know what? Fuck that one person that doesn't like this movie. And if you're listening right now, hey, all respect and everything, but fuck you. Most of us like this movie for a reason because it's fucking good. And Wes pulled off almost the impossible. You gotta give some credit up for that shit. Seriously, go back to 1994 and just think about what he accomplished with this movie and how he put the fucking series back on the map. It's pretty crazy. Alright. Alright, we should probably wrap her up. You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna drink my beer. Still got some to finish. It said directed by Patrick Lussier. Well, I can't pronounce his name. That guy makes movies now. He's a director now. In fact, he's in talks to direct. Well, he has been in talks to direct the Halloween 3D, which I have not heard a lot about in a little while. I heard some news about them still trying to get Halloween 3 slash 3D on track. But his name was in the running for director. So he went from editing these movies to now he directs them, which is always cool. So, I want to say thank you to Wes Craven for coming back and fucking showing them how it's done. Thank you to Heather Langenkamp for coming back. Thank you to Robert Englund for continuing to make these damn movies. Pardon me. Thank you to John Saxton, who didn't have to come back but did, showing his support. Yeah, man. And thanks to all you guys for watching and listening and all that. I sound like I'm at an Oscar now. It's won the fucking Oscar for best commentary. I'd like to thank my agent. I'd like to thank God, my parents. Anyway, let's cut it here. Catch you guys on the next one. You know what? Let me take this time now to announce that I will not be doing a review of Freddy vs. Jason, because I already did that shit. I reviewed that crap when I did the Friday the 13th franchise review. It's been reviewed. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. I will do a commentary, though. So, yeah. Fucking please come and join me on the Freddy vs. Jason commentary. Ooh. And I'll see you there. So I'm out. Peace, peeps!